Today we've decided, in case we forget our last names, we would put them on our shirts. Mine's real. Robin's is made up.
Mine's not. Oh, and if you're like, you know what, I'd like to someday enjoy a sketch comedy troupe that also has puppets. Skablam! Ed Shed, my friends.
Oh, you're going to have to stand up, Robin. Oh. You have to pull that chair out and stand up. Show them.
Skablam!
Skablam. That's Midwest for check this shit out. Shablam?
Skablam.
Skablam.
Pow! Zoom! I don't know.
This is what you learn in comic books.
Yeah.
That's a long opening, Robin. To what?
To what? On this episode of Scooch Ovaries!
Scooch over.
Hey, can you scooch over?
You want me to scooch over?
Just a little bit. Scooch.
Scooch?
Scooch.
Scooch. Scooch ovaries!
Sometimes I forget where we're at, and we really want those openings to be just short and sweet, and I made it neither.
Oh, no, I think they should be longer. I've been doing a study, and they're saying, 3 to 5 seconds. So I think we're right on track.
Yeah.
It's 2.5 minutes. No, Hi.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Scooch Ovaries on this very special episode of Happy Birthday, America.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm proud to be an American.
I am too.
Yeah, at least I know I'm free.
Yeah, and I don't forget the men who died to save our family.
That's not the right lyric.
No, it's not. Well, Mayor, today is July 5th. How was your yesterday 4th of July celebration?
My yesterday 4th of July celebration was amazing, Robin. I think there were fireworks.
Oh, me too.
We know there were landscapers here at Alcon. They come daily.
Yeah.
I like fireworks when I go to a show and I watch them. I don't like them when I hear them randomly. They started here on May 23rd with the fireworks.
I don't know if I've ever discussed my neighborhood I live in. They do fireworks nonstop. And then nonstop is the people complaining about fireworks. And it's just an endless loop. And I want to be like, does anyone recognize a pattern? The fireworks aren't going to stop. They just aren't. I mean, when my kids were really little, I disliked it because they would wake up the babies.
Yeah.
My cats aren't crazy about them. But you know what? It's not going to stop. And it's the same thing. They have like pre-fireworks, post-fireworks, the night of the fireworks. I think some people like use entire paychecks for their fireworks.
I think so.
Yeah.
I was talking to Catherine Maloney the other day, and we were talking about fireworks, and she had mentioned how they blow their wad as much as they possibly can on July 4th. And then, they happen by a fireworks store, which is a building that is year-round, and they around mid-August, and they're like, well, look at that there. It's half price, Jimmy. Sorry, I almost did a southern accent. And they get all excited, half price or 25% of the price, and they load up for Labor Day or something. It's just this need to constantly blow shit up. But they lose their digits. It keeps the kids awake. It keeps me awake. Mm-hmm. I don't like it because I never know if there's a ball game in IMG or if there's a shooting out by the townhouses. What's happening? It's such a quiet, nice neighborhood.
My favorite story, because knock on wood, I've got very good children. So my favorite story was my son's birthday's in May, and 2 months later it's 4th of July.
Yeah.
And the only thing I ever saw him kind of go crazy was he turned 18. This was a few years ago. He turned 18, and I walked into his room, and he just had probably $300 worth of fireworks.
Oh.
And I was like, what's all this for? And he's like, I bought a bunch of fireworks. And I was like, oh, you probably can't because you're 18. And I thought, I mean, if that's the worst that the boys got all these fireworks, then have at it.
Oh, boy. And did he do them in your driveway?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah. Boom, boom, bam, bam.
What's the current legal standing on fireworks in Florida? I don't even know.
There's none. To his.
It's illegal, you mean?
No, I think it's a free
legal,
for all.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
To my son's defense, he only like popped up half of them, and then the other half he saved for New Year's Eve because at least in my neighborhood, huge firework population in New Year's Eve. But I think he kind of got out of his system because I can't remember the last time. I just remember he was 18 and it was just like, it was like going like a cartoon, a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Like, it was just like Acme. You know, there was like the Roadrunner and stuff in there. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, you're 18 and it's your money.
Coyote.
So
Poor Coyote.
they're all running around. But yeah, so I don't know. If you lived in my neighborhood, you would jump on the Facebook and be like, and I'd be like,
I think now they do it in that other place. What's it called?
your watch or your neighborhood or
What is the neighborhood one called? What's wrong with me? I
know
can't
what you're talking
remember.
about. It's green.
Oh God, we should be able to do this.
I-
Oh man, is it Patch?
No, Patch is like a little. I like Patch. Patch is more of a little like online newspaper. This is like where everyone Nextdoor. Is it called Nextdoor?
Nextdoor.
Yeah.
I was going to look it up, but I didn't have to because Robin's brain still works. Look at that. Let's hear it for Robin. Brain's still working.
Well, I mean, not that much, but I feel like Nextdoor is like Facebook groups on steroids. It's like you want to bitch about something, go to Nextdoor.
I go to Nextdoor and everything says Elcon, even though it's Brandon and Key West, and it says El Conquistador next door, like it's going to be for me specifically. And it says, did anyone notice all the helicopters last night? And I feel like that gets posted every day. Did anybody notice? And was that a wolf outside? I'm like, no, it was a coyote.
It's Coyote.
But you are in denial about coyotes in Florida, but they're here.
Yeah.
Stop being in denial. You can hear them howling if you really listen. At night, especially on golf courses.
This isn't even a joke. We had a bear in our neighborhood. It was probably about a year ago, and that same bear ended up being in TPA because I don't live that far from the airport. So
I'm sorry, a bear got off a plane and came to your house? Well,
no,
why
I
was
think
the bear at the airport?
because bears just be bears. They can't read signs. They don't know. They're not supposed to like jump a fence and run around. So there was a bear at the airport, and I think the same bear was like in like our neighborhood adjacent. It was like in my suburb.
How did I've been avoiding the news because everything's horrible now, but I missed a bear at TPA?
It wasn't local. Or it wasn't local. It wasn't recent. It
TPA
might
is local. Oh,
but it wasn't 2025. It might have been
Oh.
23, maybe 24. But there was a bear in in the Tampa airport
Are we talking about-
region.
like a black bear that you see like on hikes and stuff that kills people? Like those black bears that are in the dumpsters at campgrounds?
Yeah, somehow the bear just ended up in TPA. and then-
How?
I don't know.
Oh my God, this isn't like a gator or a coyote. This is important. Like, how did a bear get out? The others we can't
I
stop.
mean, I feel like they can kind of like climb fences and stuff like that. And
Why are they doing a marionette dance when they climb the fence, though? The fuck was that?
and then they pretend like they're trapped in a box, and then they're like,
Well, they're-
hook. It's a lot that those bears do. They're very entertaining.
Mime makeup on his face? Because he had the outfit on. Did he have a beret and a little kerchief on his neck?
Yeah, and then he
Trying to
like,
get out of a box.
and then he couldn't stop the handkerchiefs. Like they just kept coming. It was a lot. So
Hey, comment below if you're enjoying Robin's act outs, because I sure am. Because they're for everything, even things that don't require an act out. My favorite really is the bear, though. I think bear mime. That's now my new favorite.
well, and then in West Chase, which is a fancy schmancy neighborhood.
Fancy schmancy.
Yeah, not a neighborhood I live in, but a neighborhood I live adjacent to.
Yeah.
And this was a few years ago as well too. But not only was there a coyote, it was like a black coyote. They said it was like a beautiful
That's
coyote.
new.
But it was and so everyone was just wondering like, was it a pure coyote? Was it mixed with something? But it's supposed to be beautiful, but they'd be real beautiful when they're eating your cat or your little dog. So
Beauty can kill you.
yeah, beauty can.
Black
So,
coyote.
Yeah, it was a black
That
coyote.
sounds like a brand of red wine my sister would like. It's blended.
coyote.
Right? Like a blend.
Yeah.
A nice
yeah.
blend.
Like, oh, you're having steak. I recommend the black coyote.
Right?
Pairs great with
It's
it.
either that or chewing tobacco.
Yeah. I was thinking of fragrance, like
Oh, yeah.
you love her and you want to make it the most special night ever. Black coyote.
Down on all fours. That's what it's, right?
You had to get dirty with it.
I'm gonna if there's an option.
Okay, Okay, well, we
That was
established
easy, though.
that 4th of July was pretty good. Anything else that you did? What kind of food did you eat, my friend?
I ate barbecue type food. You know me, I'm always ready for a burger and a hot dog, maybe some ribs. Is that a southern accent?
Yeah, maybe some ribs.
Ribs.
Put on
You
a
know,
slather of barbecue,
Yeah.
a little bit of honey, and then an extra slab barbecue.
Yeah, and I put some mayonnaise and butter on it and said, this is dry. And then I added some ranch dressing because I'm American. And I ate a salad with some cheese on it.
Okay.
Treated myself.
Okay, treated yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
Stay tuned for more apple fritter tastings because that's the thing we do now. We go taste apple fritters and we have a show about it.
And now I just want to say like apple fritters and boots with the fur. It's funnier if it says apple fritters.
I
Shout
think
out
we-
Mary L.
Yeah.
It was so many weeks ago. I don't know if you remember that funny that you
Yeah.
made.
Yeah, Mary, thought it was apple fritter. What did she say? It's
Boots
apple
with the
fritter
fur.
jeans, boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. I don't know, it looks good. Jesus, apple fritter jeans. Yeah, it was fun to have guests. Sometimes we have guests, sometimes it's just us. And right now it's just us. And we thought we'd bring it back, for you guys, the purists.
The purists who
like
are
just
who are like, oh, those other two people who bring a lot to it
we
and
do bring a lot to it.
are awesome to watch. No, we just want you and I.
And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, comment below.
I've also had people ask me which studio we were in, which I think says a lot about
Oh,
Yeah.
Which local studio are you working
which
in?
local studio I'm working with. And I go,
Yeah.
you know what? It's a private studio in Bradenton.
Yeah.
And yeah, you may or may not get the passcode to it. It's
You might already have a key. I give my key to everybody. Is that wrong?
hey, we're friends. Do you want my key? I don't know.
All right, but you're on call in case, I don't answer the phone. I never answer my phone. Can you imagine if people opened the door every time I didn't answer my phone? I never answer my phone.
Oh, I was just talking to
Me about not liking to talk on the phone.
yeah, and I was talking to several other people about not liking to
Yeah.
talk on the phone.
No.
Because I was thinking, gosh, that's such a young person thing that I kind of picked up from my kids.
Yeah.
And you're older than me. You do not like it. The other person I was talking to is way older than me. They do not like it.
Yeah.
I think we've gone full circle. I'm really don't like talking on the phone.
Well, you're in the place where you've really stopped when you call people and you have to open with, nobody died. I'm not calling you because someone died.
Yeah.
Because they're shocked that you're calling.
Or if I don't want to scare people, I will text them and be like, hey, do you mind if I call? Like, I'm almost to that point where I don't really knock on the doors or just randomly call people. I'm almost like, hey, I'm outside. Do you mind if I knock on your door? Hey, I got a lot I need to talk to you about. Can I call you? But yeah, I'm the same way. If I were just to, with the exception of like my mom or someone, if I were just to call someone, I would scare them.
Yeah, if you
Really
called
scared
me,
them.
I would get nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I have other friends that call me once in a while. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because other people are still comfortable talking on the phone.
It's just, and I think if you're someone who talks on the phone, again, this is going to be controversial, much like our Twilight episode. You can comment. I feel, and this is just my opinion, don't come after me too much, but I feel like people who want to talk on the phone don't understand that they're talking too much. Because almost
God.
every person who's like a phone talker, except for you, Mom, I love you, except for every person who's like just a chit chat phone talker, too long. Like if you're calling me, it's because you don't understand phone etiquette.
And I do want to put a little asterisk on this. There are certain people I do want to talk on the phone with. There really are. But no, it's difficult.
Like, do you?
We were talking earlier about another thing that Robin and I both do is when we're in person with someone and we're talking, it happens to me at work. I feel like I'm wasting the other person's time and I will suddenly feel guilty that I'm bothering them and then I will talk faster to get to my point because I still have a lot of words to use. So I just get faster and faster and faster and then I apologize and I leave. And I think, well, by the time this airs, I'll be 62 years old. I should let that shit go. Because what I got to say is not only helpful and important and something that you need to know because it's just it's coming out of me. Also, it's going to be funny. Just sit through it.
Yeah.
You're going to laugh a couple times. It's
Yeah.
going to be fine.
And I think you have enough of a social cue to know, like,
Yeah.
if this is going on too long, which sometimes I don't know that I do, but I've done that before. If I'm like, oh, they don't want to hear.
Do you know what I do now? I just say, I made it awkward, and I walk away. I just do that now. Well, now it's weird. And then I leave. And that's stuff I used to read on mugs, and now I just say it. It's weird now. I'm going. Like, mic drop. Or I'll say, my favorite way to get out of every conversation, which is on the back of our shirt. We've covered a lot in this episode. And then I walk away.
I'm not wearing the
We're
shirt.
not wearing those shirts. We're wearing the shirts with our names on it now.
Oh, that's right. That's
Do you
right.
like my Tischbein University?
I do. I really like the Tischbein University.
My brother Frankie had these made and sent them to everybody.
Aww.
Even my mom had one.
I want to say, I feel like there should be a Tischbein University. Like, that's a strong German name.
I agree.
Yeah.
And they teach you about hard work
Mm-hmm.
and brats.
That's really all you need to know about brats, hard work.
Football.
You don't know about football.
No, but the others do.
Oh, the others do. Okay.
Yeah, the others.
Okay. Some others of the Tischbeins, they also know some hockey, a little bit of hockey.
Moggy knows all the things
Okay.
about the sports, hockey especially. That's her, that's
Rangers.
her. Wow,
Yeah.
good memory. Yeah, Moggy loves the Rangers. And I don't know where we are now in sports, but it's still within the calendar year of 12 months. So we're in hockey season because it never fucking ends. It's
Yeah,
not
it doesn't
muscle.
end, but I don't know where the Rangers are at, but
Is it playoffs?
yeah, it's definitely playoffs.
Congratulations
That's
to the
crazy.
team that won the Stanley Cup.
Oh. So I know all the people in that city, super happy.
Sure.
Super happy. So, well, I don't know if we want to talk.
Get to our segment.
I don't know if we want to talk birthdays or should we?
Oh,
How was your birthday?
it was great.
Yeah. Do anything exciting?
No.
Okay. Now a lot of people may call us content creators, and some people will be like,
Like
What
that
do you-
content we just created.
"What are you saying? What the fuck are you saying?" But we're going to call ourselves content creators. And I have a question to you, as content creator. Do you think content is art?
So this was a question that was posed to me recently by a friend who does not partake of the podcast lifestyle.
And it is a lifestyle.
It is a lifestyle. I just had a whole conversation with Catherine about the word lifestyle because we think it means like swingers who don't
Dirty
wear clothes.
stuff. Yeah.
Because that's lifestyle, and that's like there's cruise ships and there's travel organizations, and it is a whole lifestyle. And people talk about the gay lifestyle, and people would say, well, I'm going to go do my laundry and food shop because that's part of my gay lifestyle, because it's such a stupid phrase when it's added to the end of something.
Yeah.
And then years ago, they'd say the American lifestyle or whatever they'd say. Love American Style. That's a whole different thing.
Oh, that
But
was a show.
It was a TV
Yeah.
show. It was dirty a little bit, maybe. It was sexy. Late at night. Love American Style.
It's like a blur.
Because you would too when
Yeah,
it came
I
out.
think it's really a blur.
But personally, I like to think. I like to think. That's a song. Magic Carpet Ride.
Oh,
That's one of the lines in it. I don't know where that came from. You have to
Look at you jumping from 1940 to 1960.
70s.
Seven.
Steppenwolf. Magic Carpet Ride.
No.
Yeah.
This
Which
one's making progress.
I feel like that should have been the name of my website, Magic Carpet Ride, but that turns it into a different thing. Shh. Should we cut that out? I don't know. Anyway, the point is content. I think that you and we may be called content creators, but I'm going to back up the truck a little bit. We're comedians, and I think comedians are artists. I think writers are artists.
Oh, absolutely.
I think our content is comedy, or at least comedic.
Yes.
So our comedic content to me is art. Now, does that make me highbrow or fanciful or delusional? That makes me an artist.
I mean, I think all artists are a little delusional, but I don't.
Oh, shit.
I don't think content creation should be poo-pooed. I'm not a big fan of poo-pooing almost anything, because anyone who lives more than a few decades will go through like 2 cycles of their life, maybe 3 cycles of their life. They'll go to hearing something. They'll go to hearing something and being like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then someone who's older than them will be like, that's crap. I mean, back in my day, we didn't have music like that. And then you'll kind of think like, well, what I'm listening to isn't as good as what happened. And then you'll just learn to like it. And then you will go through another phase of everyone thinks what they liked was the best. And then you'll start poo-pooing the next generation. And so I kind of try my best, which is not always, because I don't like that. I don't want to tell people like Lady Gaga's any less than Madonna, or I don't
Lady
know.
Gaga is better than Madonna.
Yeah, or Machine Gun Kelly. I really don't know any of his songs because he doesn't speak to me. But for the people he speaks to, it's just as important as.
Did you guys have a falling out?
Yeah. Stop calling me, okay? Just be with your lady, because I'm done with it. Me showing you your guns all the time. Stop.
So wait, do you have any opinion at all of the things that people think are good? Is it that you have a negative opinion or no opinion? And I'm speaking to you specifically about, say, Machine Gun Kelly.
I feel people like what they like because of where they're at, who they are, and I don't like anyone saying what one person's music isn't as good as a generation that happened before them. Because I mean, I had my grandmother's father, or my grandmother's husband, like her second husband. This was full on in like 2000. He was talking about how bad the Beatles ruined like everyone's life. This was in 2000.
In 2000,
Yeah,
and
and
about the Beatles.
It was on my lanai, and I was like cooking, and he was just like, "Hey, they just start with goddamn Beatles," and I was like, "Are you joking right now?"
What started with the goddamn Beatles? The hair?
I like the downfall of society, and I was like, "Are you joking? Like
No.
you're joking, like." Because at this point they were 40 years old, and in my time they were the gold standard. And I was like, "You're joking," and he was like, "Old men speak."
Wow.
And that's when I was like, "Oh, everyone thinks what they had was better than what came up." And you know what? If something's meaningful to you and something resonates with you, I don't like rap. I don't like the punk metal that's like rah, 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 rah. But you know what? If that's your thing, I mean,
Suffrage is Suicide, Chop Suey by
is that how they sing it?
System of a Down.
I think there's like a whole German thrash metal that's just like.
What about that Oasis? What they did to Sounds of Silence? Not Oasis. That's a band that's kind of like a Beatles kind of band. That they did Sounds of some guy. I don't remember his name. You guys know. Don't yell the name out at me. It's a bald guy, and they did the Sound of Silence. The Sounds of Silence. Paul Simon, Art Garfunkel song. They redid it.
The Sound of Silence.
Yeah, it was angry and breathy, but it was, it had some thrashy elements to it. Metal, thrash, death metal, whatever.
And you know what? It's not for me, and I'm not going to try to convince anyone to make it. But I don't know, just let people like that music. So I'm all for just, I don't know, if you art is in the eye of the beholder. So who is anyone to say I don't like that, therefore it is not art?
Yes. That's like I don't know what art is, but when I see it, I know it.
Yes.
Which is weird, because art's not subjective, art's objective. Wait, did I use that word right?
No, art is not objective, it's subjective.
Art's subjective. You find in it what you find in it for your own personal self. And like when we tell a joke and 3 different people laugh for 3 different reasons, we're thrilled, because that means that was a multi-layered joke and people could read different things into it. That's how double entendres were born, and that's how most of my comedy worked, because I would say, and the unicorn was purple, and I don't know what was... I didn't know why it was funny, and then I'd get off and people would say, here's 2 reasons why that's dirty, and I'm like, I didn't know it was dirty in any way, because right? Yeah. come on, I had to close her, and I'm like, that sounds dirty, I'm going to say. And people are like, oh my God, that's dirty on so many levels. I'm like, more than one? Yeah. And then you find out there's like 7 ways of looking at a joke. And then when you have a room of 300 people and they all laugh, and you might have like 7 different reasons why they're laughing, and your original intent was one. Yeah. Also, you thought about it while you were on stage and it came out of your mouth. That's the magic of comedy. And I'm sorry, that's not content. That's art.
Yeah. I absolutely. My favorite is, and we've had this conversation so many times, where something's funny and we're like, it doesn't make sense. And that happens so often. And it's almost kind of easier to write those kind of jokes.
Yeah.
Because you sort of, it's like when something doesn't rhyme, but it's sort of, what do they call that? When something doesn't really rhyme, but it's like rhyming adjacent, and it's almost you can say a punchline that's really funny, and if the setup's sort of adjacent to where you can kind of connect the lines, it doesn't matter if there's not a whole lot of sense being made. That's my favorite.
Sense doesn't have to be made. The reason why Carrot Top and Bob Goldthwait and Pee Wee Herman were funny is because they were just wacky. I don't think any of them ever wrote a joke. They were just wacky, and I should have put Carrot Top in there. But just people are wacky. Like, these aren't the oh my God, what was the name of the guy with the curly hair that did one-liners?
Oh, Stephen Wright.
Yes.
He was so great.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah, so great.
Fucking brilliant. That's writing. That's art.
Oh, yeah.
Other people are happening upon it and being like, oh, I got something there. That's a character. And then there are the people who just walk out on stage and everyone's laughing because it's that person.
Yeah.
They don't have to actually write anymore. They could just show up and say, I was born in North Carolina, and they get a standing ovation. Yeah. And it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know so many, and I don't know if it's just the attitude. They just command the room and...
Confident.
Wow. Yeah. But yeah, I think, I do think content is art. I think content creators are art. And I think if anything, what the internet's done is it stopped people from gatekeeping what they find funny.
Yeah.
Because if nothing else, like TikTok and Reels and like YouTube Shorts, I mean, people will watch a cat, chase a butterfly for 785 million views, but they may not like Scooch Ovaries.
Well, I mean, they're idiots. If someone's gonna like talk over a dog, I'm there all day. Like if a cat's like surprised, I love that. If a kid falls, fuck yeah. Oh my God, show me that kid falling again. It's fucking amazing. By the way, you just throwing cheese on anybody's head. We talked about this, and Kathy Madigan talked about it recently. Just throw cheese at a crying baby. They stop crying. They do. And there's something to do with cats.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think content, I believe content is art.
Content is art. So if someone says to me, is content art? They're not judging me. They're asking me to delve into it. She wasn't trying to say to me, your show's not art. She was trying to say,
is what you're doing art?
Yeah. Yes. And the answer is yes.
Yeah. And sometimes I think time will tell. Yeah. Just kind of, like Elvis, like people back, the grown-ups back in the day didn't think Elvis made art, but now the boomers absolutely,
crazy.
Love him. They think that he was it.
Yeah. I want to share something real quick about Elvis. My mom was and just consider the time period. My mom was a teenager in the 40s, okay? Mm-hmm. She loved Bing Crosby.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, Frank Sinatra's fine. But then Elvis came out and she lost her shit.
Oh, did she?
She fucking loved Elvis.
Yeah.
She skipped She skipped Frank Sinatra and went right to Elvis. We decided to rewrite history and decide she's a big Frank Sinatra fan. So we bought them tickets once a million years ago, my mom and dad. She's like, okay, Bing Crosby's dead. I'm like, he beat his kids. What that voice? That was Velvet. I'm like, okay. Yeah, but she was a Bing Crosby. And then, and you're not going to know Vaughn Monroe, but just these old guys she loved. But I thought it was interesting that she loved Elvis. I thought that was really cool that my mom liked Elvis. So you're in that age group. That makes, that tracks.
Yeah.
Also, so fucking cool.
Oh, and I mean, young Elvis?
Oh, shit.
I mean, the eyes, the hair, yeah.
Oh, he's sex oozed off of his
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so sexy.
Yeah.
Even I can say.
He gyrated the hips.
Oh, yeah, all the stuff. Yeah. But his hair was cool, too.
Yeah, I mean, he may or may not have been a little questionable. But then, you know what, maybe one of these days
drugs.
We'll talk about the young girls. And maybe one of these days we'll talk about the art versus the artist, because I think that's very...
Yeah. I feel bad now. Jerry Lee Lewis was his cousin. He's the one who married like the 11-year-old.
Yeah, didn't you ever watch Great Balls of Fire with Winona Ryder? Yeah.
Oh, Dennis Quaid. Yeah.
Oh, that was Dennis Quaid,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Okay.
And Elvis did like Priscilla when she was too young. Oh, that's a shame.
Like 13 years old, too young.
Ah.
Well,
You know how I
maybe
feel about that too. Isn't that funny? I like excused it for a minute. I knew that. Ah, shit.
shit.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, we're gonna start talking Irish now.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, look at her birth certificate, brother. Was that better than my southern?
Yeah,
Thank you.
that was way better.
I'll see you at the pub.
I'll see you at the pub.
We'll get a pint. I can do that.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, you can do whatever you want to. I'm not the
You
judge
can
and
go fuck
jury.
yourself. Not letting me do a southern accent.
Is it irritating? No. Is your southern accent irritating? Maybe a little
All right,
smidgy.
I'll do the Irish accent more. Also, hey, we got a new pope a couple months ago. Did you guys hear about that?
Oh yeah, that's right. It's been a couple of months.
Father Bob.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Leo.
What the fuck was that?
I thought his name was Father Leo.
Well, he was Father Bob, and he took the name Leo, and he is Pope Leo the 14th.
Yes.
But his real name is Bob.
Oh, okay. Okay. See, you schooling me on the Catholicism.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he speaks. I thought it was 3 languages. I was corrected. Someone told me it was like 5 or 8.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, oh my god.
Because I've heard. Yeah, he's from Chicago, but I think he fluently speaks. I know it's
Italian,
Spanish,
Spanish,
Italian.
and Latin,
Yeah.
and English.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If he was
Yeah.
from Chicago.
Kathleen Madigan said, "Isn't that interesting that I may have actually been in a ball game at one point with the man who's now the Pope?" I love that.
Yeah.
For Chicago.
I would say I always think crazy thoughts like that. Like,
I don't. I never think I was in the same room as the Pope.
or I even
Same
think
thing.
like, oh, if I'm in Chicago, like maybe 60 years ago, Tina Fey was standing where I'm standing. I think
Well,
that.
she wasn't born, but that could have been maybe her parents.
Yeah, I should have probably said the Pope, but yeah.
No,
Anyway.
you're good. Also, Kathleen Madigan was in Sarasota a couple weeks ago, and I didn't even know till Marielle sent me a picture of her at the Siesta Key Oyster Bar.
And before that, she was near Truman Lake at this gas station, which was very near my parents' house. So
Well,
I feel like
yeah.
Kathleen Madigan is stalking me.
And I'm pretty sure that all of these are signs that in the future, when she comes to play the Van Wezel, we'll get to hang out with her backstage after. But I don't know if that's a thing that can ever happen, but maybe we'll just unlock a door.
We're manifesting that.
We're manifesting that.
We are. So, because seriously, Kathleen Madigan, we could talk for a long time.
We
Both
got
from Missouri. This one's Catholic, so you can get on the conversation. But like, I've got an Ozarks connection.
Yeah.
We've got a Florida connection. There's a lot.
Yeah, we got to bring Catherine, but we're not going to get a word in.
That's right.
We'll go twice.
You know what? We'll meet you like, let's say 10 o'clock. Bring our gal Catherine 10:05, so we could at least just get a few words.
Just a few words.
Shout out Catherine Maloney.
We love you, Catherine. You know that.
Yeah, you're a gal.
She's the ultimate podcaster because she could go for a long time.
Yeah.
You ever ready, Bunny?
And we know you guys like her more than you like us. I mean, we know it. We can read numbers.
We don't
Okay.
have to say it out loud.
Okay, you can cut that part out.
No, it's
But we
too
know
late.
it.
We know.
We know it.
It's fine.
And how could you not? She's as accused of button. She's got energy. She's like, I don't know, $1.10, but she will stab you if she make her mad. And all that's just charming.
It is.
Yeah,
And,
it's really
you know,
charming.
In her world, shit's a family word. Go back 7 or 8 episodes.
I laughed when I heard that live. I laughed when I saw it. And then I subsequently laughed telling people that shit's a family word.
Shit's a family word.
All right.
That's good stuff. Hey, they joined us for another episode, and hey, we did one, and that one was about content is art.
Should we talk about the segments that didn't make it as segments?
Yes. What do you got, Robin?
Which cheese pairs best with a firecracker? Stupid.
Colby Jack.
Colby Jack.
Oh wait, yeah, I think everything's Colby Jack, but it's not a segment. Hey, Robin. Are bananas for binding or for loosening?
Oh, depends on, I guess, where
if
you're
wearing
at.
your depends.
Yeah. Let me do my last segment that didn't make it as a segment. Why are people so dependent on having the day off for Independence Day?
Oh!
Snaps for wordplay.
That was good. You ready for mine?
I'm ready.
Okay. Is it arugula or arugula?
No one will ever know.
No one will ever know. It's not a segment.
Yeah. All right, my friend. Well,
Yeah.
happy birthday, America. I probably already told you this, but happy birthday, Mayor.
Thanks. Happy birthday to you, Robin, a couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago, yeah. And I guess we will catch you guys.
Look at us not knowing how to end.
It's not because we're exhausted because we did 4 podcasts back to back.
We do one fresh every day.
Yeah, and we're so partied out by the 4th of July that just happened yesterday.
Did they know about the shrimp? Should we tell them
about the shrimp?
that I made shrimp?
Yeah. And which day was that?
No one knows. I found out you can do that thing that I knew years ago and I forgot, where you buy fresh shrimp and you throw it in boiling water and then you eat it with cocktail sauce and you feel very fancy. And it's much better than the one you buy frozen at the
It was
Publix.
delicious.
It was good, fresh, and we had salmon. Yeah, we don't talk about craft services as much anymore, but just to let you know, I'm keeping the quality up.
Yeah, there is no one ever goes hungry here. So
No, it's not allowed. We want to thank you again for joining us. Please comment below on what you think we're doing right. Not the other one.
I mean, you can.
No, I know.
You'll give us stomach aches.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're fine with that, okay.
Stomach aches.
Stomach aches.
That was our topic this week, stomach
Okay.
aches.
All right.
Hey, all right, we're going to, before this ship sinks, we're going to just go. So thank you guys for joining us on what has been the latest episode of
Scooch Ovaries!
Scooch Over.
Hey, can you scooch over?
You want me to scooch over?
Just a little bit. Scooch.
Scooch?
Scooch.
Scooch. Scooch Ovaries.